Page 191, Little Fantasy Study. It's a solo repertoire piece, so you can learn to play a solo and play for people, yay, team, and all that, okay. But this kind of a thing with these 16th notes like this arrangement is tricky. So let's go through the process of learning a piece of music and let's see what happens. I look it over, it's 1 page long. The clef signs are treble and bass, at least to start. There's no sharps or flats in the key signature, so we're either in the key of C major or A minor. If we look at the end, depending on an A, I'm guessing we're in A minor. Doesn't matter, you do the scales and arpeggios for both, C major and A minor, and you probably should be doing 2 octaves up and down. But on my videos for them, please, it's extremely important that you not speed those up. Those need to be really slow and deliberate with the wrists and the accents and the whole bit, everything that I explained. Be very slow and deliberate on those to drill it into the muscles. And 2 4-time signature, and we got 16th notes. However you count 16th notes, it's up to you. I do a 1 eanda. 1 eanda, 2 eanda, 3 eanda, 4. Hey, 1 eanda. So it's 1 2 1 2, where the first note is 1 and the quarter note is 2. 1 2, and I do that. And I just got to fill in the blanks. It's 1 and a 2, and those have to be controlled and even. Don't speed them up to go. No, controlled and even. I know it says vivace. I'll come back to that. Right now it's slow. Make sure you hold the quarter note out the full length then. So it's 1 and a 2 and the scrunch up. Back down. 1 and a 2 and a 1. Now in the second line, in the measure 9 with the chords, I usually do a 2 just so I can stay out here, but there's nothing wrong with coming up here if you want to. I do it that way. There's different ways of fingering it, don't worry about it. And then measure 13, you're down here, it's the same thing. It's and then during the rest, come up. And then come down. You're doing the same thing you were doing above, except now we're going down. Okay. Left hand. Well, the left hand's got the chords. A minor, then A sus4. Do you know that's an A sus4? Remember, it's a chord where we take the middle note and we play the 4th rather than the 3rd. This is the 3rd, and that's the 4th. And so we just do, so it's an A sus4. Suspended. You can do an A sus2 where you play the 2nd note. Here they go 4. Here. Measure 7, measure 8. I suggest in measure 8 that you use 4th finger on the 2nd note. Here. Because I want little finger for here. And if that's a stretch, then use 3rd finger. So we're ready with little finger for measure 9. So measure 7 is here. Doing the rest. You can come down here. You can do 3 on both if you want, or 4 on both, it's up to you. And then you can. And then scrunch up, reach down. Oh, this is fun. Okay. Then I'll put the hands together. Now when I first put hands together, I'll probably hesitate. I don't care, just trying to figure out how the notes are working, the fingers are working. Here. See, when I play the quarter note, the left hand comes up. Gotcha. So I go through the whole thing and I put the hands together, and then I go back over it a few hundred times and slowly work out the hesitations. No hesitations. You keep it slow for now, it's fine, but no hesitations. And then I can think about the articulation. Don't give us a lot. We got slurs. I got a few accents. Play them a little louder. These chords, just play them, but hold them out the full beat. And if you want to treat these here as phrases, as musical thoughts, then you lift up between them. That. If you want to take it like 4 measure phrases, then you connect them. It's 4 measure phrases. Different ways of interpreting the piece. Try them both out. See what you think. Don't go that fast, but you get the idea, I hope. Then at the dynamics, F at the beginning is forte for loud, and I don't see anything until we get to the bottom when they give you a fortissimo, where you get very loud. Wasn't that nice? I got problems with that, but they want it loud. It's the whatever hand has the 16th notes. The other hand needs to be out, because this can drown out that. All I hear is that. So keep this soft. That. I want to warn you a little bit on the rhythm, because you get this pattern going and you think that's it. No, at the bottom they switch it up. The rhythm's a little different. Watch out. Measure 27, you're here, you're still fine here. Come down. But then that's immediately, so it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, rest, rest, 1. See, it's a little off. It's not just here. It's different on the bottom. Then the speed is vivace, which is quick, is basically about as fast as you can play it accurately. I mean, there's faster speeds than this, but I'm guessing at the level you're at now, about as fast as you. And everybody's vivace will be a little different. You got to take it. I'm a big believer in accuracy first. So these have to be even. It's not a rolled chord. It's a fingered chord. And the wrist kind of does whatever it's done. Don't tense up and get tight. That'll slow you down. So if your vivace is this, that's good enough. You go a little faster eventually, or someday you come back and try it again and see what you think. Please don't copy me. With a few more cups of coffee or a glass of wine or two, that would sound quite different. I play by feel, and it's however I feel it. The natural accents. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. And when you're dividing beats like this, then each beat gets a slight accent. So it's 1, 2, 1, 2. Try as an experiment accenting both beats just as an experiment. It helps to keep the quick notes even. Let's play this together very slowly and check the notes and the rhythms. I'm going to give us 4 quarter note counts, but I'm going to put the metronome on 8th notes. So it's beating 8th notes. So these quarter notes, these 16th, 1 and 1 and 2 and. That's how fast we're going to go. But I'll give us 4 quarter notes to come in. Come in when I do. 1 and 2 and ready and go and 2 and 2 and 2 and 1 and 2 1 last and. 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 Two and two and